Now that you've completed most of your studies with Create Your Reality, have your expectations been met?
More than met. More than met. They've expanded me in ways that I never ever expected, plus given me amazing tools to use not only in my everyday life but in a modality. My expectations were much lower than the actual level of the training that we received, and the changes that it made in my life have far exceeded the expectations that I ever would have had.
I actually didn't think you'd go so deep into people and on such a deep level of their beingness. So for me that's been a surprise, and it's very nice to find it, because most people you speak to in the world are just very surface orientated, and it's nice to actually learn a modality that goes deeper than the surface.
And to be honest, I've been surprised at just how much content we have been covering in each of the sessions. Pleasantly surprised. I'm someone who likes to learn and learn quickly, and there's been a lot of varied content we've been covering each weekend, which has surprised me and exceeded my expectations, to be honest, about what we'd be doing. My expectations, as I said, were about childhood learning, but I'm fast discovering that there's a whole lot more that's possible with it, and yeah, it's opening up sort of broad vistas for me about who I can be working with and the sort of people I could attract to start a clinic or a practice.
My confidence has increased enormously, my knowledge, it's consolidated a lot of my other studies that I've been doing as well. So it's been a really interesting journey personally, and I just feel so excited professionally.
For the audience watching this now, is there anything you'd like to share about helping them make a decision about where to study?
Don't come here and expect to get a pass mark just for showing up. Come here to learn, because until you learn and become proficient with it, you can't really apply that to other people, and that's what Create Your Reality is all about.
What convinced me to come here was the depth of knowledge of the teachers. If there's a question, they always had an answer. There was always a way to find out what I needed to know that I could then easily assimilate, and then I was able to bring it back out to other people as well.
Kinesiology is like, for me, it's like the gateway into all natural modalities and healing modalities, and actually looking at the body as a whole rather than just segmented pieces where you're just after to suppress the symptoms and carry on with life. Here it's actually looking for the person to really heal himself and actually grow.
When I came to the first information night, Guy explained his modality with his little stick figure, and it showed the connection to source, and that all dysfunction in the body is about the disconnection that we have to our soul, and that just hooked me straight in.
I suppose probably one of the things that attracted me to Create Your Reality from a course perspective is the clinical time that Guy's had, and also the course content that Guy puts into each course that he conducts himself, so that you're not just getting someone who's learnt it from a book. The person that's teaching you has actually used it in a clinical fashion, and that makes a huge difference, because reading something out of a book is open to people's interpretation, whereas dealing with someone who's dealt with it in a clinical situation means that you're getting what works and what doesn't work.
Go on.
Create Your Reality is so amazing. For people like me who already have a modality, you can come in, pick up the skills, apply it the next day with your clients. But it's so diverse that if you have no skills as a practitioner at all, if you're an accountant, or if you're just a student, or if you're disabled or anything, you can come in, learn the skills, and you still can apply them the next day with your family, with your friends. That's the amazing thing about it. It suits everyone.
If you want your life to be all that it can be, to achieve all your dreams and aspirations, then join up, because not only will you change your own life, but you'll change the lives of lots of other people. There's lots of other schools out there, there's lots of other different modalities out there, but to find one that works on an energetic basis and a structural, you can't go past it. It's excellent, and you'd probably kick yourself if you didn't.
And in completing your studies with Create Your Reality, what's your vision?
Mainstream, I'd like to work with athletes, because I believe that kinesiology can really help them overcome issues that they're not even aware of, and boost their performance. but also I'd like to be able to help children.
I actually feel a lot more confident having done the course. I've gone from being just a mum at home to now having all this knowledge that I can share with other people. I actually feel that even though my role as a mum is really important, it's going through transition, and now I have another role to actually step out into the world with.
I'm expanding it into the practice that I already have. I'm partly using it already, but I'm intending to get out there and just market myself as a kinesiologist, because I think that's just the place that I really want to focus my work and get it out there to help as many people as I possibly can.
I want to have a really good clinic set up with lots of clients that are not just helping them to move out of a stress state, but to actually empower them to create the world that they want, to live their dreams.
Well, I considered myself fortunate enough to be able to help Guy and create a reality at his stand at the Brisbane Mind Body Spirit Festival. And taking part in that and being able to talk to people about what kinesiology was, but more importantly, watching Guy just so fluidly and effortlessly demonstrate on anybody who just walked up and just said, "Oh look, I'll do it for you right now." So rather than just talking about it, kinesiology is it can be an instant, spontaneous, incredibly beneficial modality, and people are just blown away by its effectiveness and how simple it looks, but it's so effective. And that for me was just a huge inspiration. And I too have walked out in the world and been at a party and said, "Oh well, how about I just find that out? Or let's see what your body wants to say." And that's what I love about it. You don't need to have a clinic room or whatever to practice this, and that it can be done on anyone, anywhere. And yeah, I too want to be a kinesiologist like that one day.
We hope this video helps you and reveals to you the potentials in studying kinesiology. There are many different styles of kinesiology, and many different schools have different approaches and teaching methods. It's important that you find a school that resonates with you. By selecting well, you're guaranteed an enriching experience personally and professionally as a future kinesiologist.